Hi, here we are at Ninjutsu Academy Hamburg, Ninjutsu Monday. Why we do it in English today, or why we are presenting the technique in English today, actually I don't know. I just guess we have so many people from America, from Israel that are watching our clips. We just want to make it more convenient for you to understand what we are teaching actually. Today's subject is Koko Kata and Haragoshi Kata. First of all, you have to understand that basically every kata in ninjutsu, of course there's a historical component that people wear with yoroi, with armor, punching like this, but basically you gotta understand, even with yoroi, people were not always punching like 1, 2 and moving like a robot. They were punching and throwing fists and kicking like crazy. It was never really like this, so much organized and so in order. This is not how a fight is today. This is never was a fight like this. The katas actually, and this is something the Japanese, they don't teach you so much, that they teach you, in every dojo all over the world, they teach you henka, a lot of variations. But this is like you have your backpack and you collect things, it makes you heavier and heavier, and makes you, of course, there is a meaning to it, and a reason why we study all these henka. The reason is we want to have a connection, a nervous connection in your brain that gives you an idea, like a puzzle, like a jigsaw puzzle, for many different situations, that you have an answer for this, and you can actually, you still filming? Just a fact, it's not. And it makes you more aware, and your technique and your ability more being able to adapt yourself to any situation. This is the reason for henka. But it is not to learn them all by heart, and in the end to know 50 variations. This is bullshit, this doesn't make you a good fighter. The katas are actually designed to teach you concepts. So for example, there are few variations of few versions of Koko Kata, of Haragoshi Kata, and let's show you for 1 second what's the concept in this. We stand both Ichimonji and Kamae together. He will come with one punch and one kick to me, left, right. It's not like Koko Kata same side, but his kick is left, right. Okay? Okay? Boom, left, right. Okay? So I move basically 45, stay for a second, I move 45 to one side, 45 to the other side. So here I am, he punched with the last punch, boom, I come with boxing number 3, punch the elbow to the face. And here I am again, from where I stand, move a bit closer, come closer, from where I stand, I move, boom, 45 to one side, 45 to the other side, all the way. So what I learned, if we just come, let's say we're doing a sparring situation, you will come and punch me, boom, boom, boom. So I move 45 in a zigzag motion, 1, 2. And if I'm going to approach him, I will also move 45 in a zigzag motion approaching him. So I will not always go straight, because this is something we see in all martial arts. Jet Kundo, whatever, people, they do such nice techniques, and when they do sparring, it becomes kickboxing with some drills. It's very important. The only people we see also do it is Sagas Krima styles, that they move in angulation in different angles while they actually fight. And it's very important, especially for blade or for stick. Don't rely on strength, don't rely on speed. It's very important for you to use these angles. That's why the katas were designed in an offensive and defensive form to use angles. And while this punching, blocking, evading, using basic motions. Okay, so you learn basic kamae, basic punches, basic blocks, and you learn the angles in the defensive and offensive mode. This is actually why Haragoshi Kata was designed. Very similar idea for Koko Kata as well. Okay, we stand, he's punching, it's more blocking. Let's say I'm holding him in the real world, or he will try to, he will push towards me and I just resist, and all of a sudden I come with a motor stone. Boom. So what I will try to do is I will just try to rotate my hip, not to get too close to him for the second punch to come. But the idea is from here, if he really keeps on punching, then I just can go all the way inside and keep on punching him non-stop, being protected. Understand, Ichimonji is a kamae, korai no kata, the idea to being protected while you actually punch your opponent. 1, 2, so even if he keeps on hitting, boom, I'm still open from here and ready to punch him. The kata originally is like one punch and a kick same time, but understand that you should drill it in a way that it can be one punch like this, it can be punched and front kick the other side, it can be even a punch with the rear hand and then a front kick. All different variations, because people will not always come with the same side. This is just for you in the beginning to understand the concept of angles here. Because what we do, we have this situation from here, and wait a second, the basic kata, the way we interpret it, it's like this. I will not move from here. I did my technique, I'm ready, I move out, so to say, hey, I'm out of trouble, you know, leave me alone, I hit you, get away, but still ready to fight. If he comes close to me, I can just stop him from here. If he has a knife, I can retreat and cut and punch. Like in basketball, you have this step, just in 6 directions or even more. Okay, so from here, where it is, so I want to be ready. And now he kicks, I move to the other side and kick him and come here. Don't put the hand here, this is for the cutter. The hand should be here because he can still turn to either side, so it should be arm, should be ready. Practice both, push you can, and also with the focus mill, boom, strong punch, and the idea of course of putting your whole body behind the punch, doesn't matter, can be with a knife, can be with a fist. So now you understand, come closer, say hello to your mom. It's very important, you see, how we walk, which direction, so the katas were designed for that, and not for all, the rest is really bullshit. You should understand there's a meaning behind it, and unless you understood the meaning, it's actually worthless to practice them. So, or you learn it for good, you try really, and we will help you with it for sure, but don't just practice kata for no reason. Otherwise it's a bit like you take a chair and a wheel and sit on the grass and play like you're driving a car, but you're not actually driving a car. Okay? Enjoy Ninjutsu and start to get better.